everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you could, real quick before we get started on this spooky video, could you please hit that like, share this video, hit that subscribe button, and become a part of our family. It would mean the world to us. We love and appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for all the love and support you have given us. We truly appreciate it. And this story, since Christmas is coming up this week, I figured I'd do a spooky story time about the folklore of Krampus. So let's get into it. Make sure you got your hot cocoa, you're all bundled up, and you have all the lights on, because this is going to get a little terrifying, to say the least. Enjoy, and let's get into the video. So I picked this story for this week because it is about a folklore of Krampus. What better story to tell than before Christmas? So the story goes from there's a lot of different stories online, but all of them pretty much say the similar thing. And what it is with Krampus is he is, from what I got, is they explained him to be half goat and half demon, and he has horns. What he does is, if kids misbehaved, he would then, instead of Santa Claus coming and bringing you gifts and eating the delicious cookies and drinking the milk, if you were bad, Krampus would come. And let me tell you, it's pretty terrifying, because if my parents told me this when I was younger, that if I misbehave, then a half goat, half demon was gonna come, and instead of Santa Claus, I probably would have went above and beyond to be good. I would have did all the chores in the house. I would have got straight A's. I would have did everything to be good, been nice and polite, because let me tell you, this is terrifying, and I definitely would not want him coming to my house to come and get me. I was a good kid, but if I was told this, I would have did everything I could to not have this come to my house. But what they say is that if kids misbehave, then Krampus would come and he would swat the kids, and then he would take them and put them in his sack that's on his back and take them to his lair. Absolutely terrifying to just imagine being a kid. You may have not been good or listening to your parents, but you're a kid and you're excited for Christmas, and you're expecting to wake up and see gifts under a tree and open them and be excited. But then you wake up to Krampus coming and taking you away. Absolutely terrifying. Some of the things I found online is that Krampus, the origin for Krampus was in the European and Eastern area. And I guess from what it said was that Christmas was celebrated the beginning of December. And so December 5th, Krampus would come. If you were a bad kid, he'd take you away to his lair. A few other things I tried to find, different origin stories to try to give you guys different stories, is one I found is, where does the story of Krampus come from? Krampus name is derived from the German word Krampen, meaning claw, and is said to be the son of Hel in Norse mythology. The legend is part of a century-old Christmas tradition in Germany, where Christmas celebration begins in early December. That is terrifying. I could not... It's kind of... It's not funny, but could you imagine telling your kids, you better be good all year, or Krampus, the half goat, half... It's not funny. Don't do that. the torment that could put on your kids. Don't do that. Could you imagine telling your kids, you better stop misbehaving? Otherwise, Krampus, the half goat, half demon horn, is gonna come and take you away for misbehaving instead of Santa Claus bringing you gifts. I mean, can you just imagine telling your kids that? It's not funny, but I'm not meaning any disrespect. But I was just thinking about it when I was reading the story, and I was like, oh my God, if my parents told me that, I'd be terrified to even this day of doing anything wrong. I'd be like, oh my God. There's another one that is, what is Krampus based off? Krampus is one such character who comes from a folklore alpine region where he's been frightening children and amusing adults for hundreds of years. Let me tell you. All right. So, it's definitely crazy. I know there was a few movies made about it with Krampus. It's terrifying, to say the least. And I'll have a few pictures up on the screen as I'm telling the story so you can see what he looks like. But there is a way to get him away. There's a weakness for Krampus. And if you have fruit and you offer it to him, then he will sit and have a conversation with whoever is around him at that time. He'll eat the fruit, conversate with you, and then he'll leave without any harm. So, if you have done anything this year that may have not been good to where you'll be on Santa's naughty list and Krampus may be coming for you, I highly suggest getting a ton of fruit so that way you're safe. Offer it to him so then you're good. But now let's get into talking. I know that this is just like a myth and a folklore, but it's kind of really terrifying because going back to like, could you imagine being a kid and then your parents kept warning you, you better stop misbehaving or Krampus is going to come for you. And then you get woken up to this like demon goat figure standing over you, and then he swats you, and then he picks you up and puts you in the back of his sack on his back and then takes you to his lair. Do they ever come back? I didn't read that online. Like, does he return the kids? Let me know in the comments, because it didn't really explain that part with a lot of the stories that I read. Like, does he bring you back after punishing you? I sure in heck hope so, because, ugh. But yeah, I figured I would share this story with you guys and do a little spooky story time about Krampus, because it is the season for him to be coming. So hopefully you all have been on your best behavior and you'll get Santa Claus instead of Krampus. This is definitely a pretty interesting, I am fond of all these old century type of like myths and legends. It's interesting. And yeah, I came across this a while ago. I think we all know about Krampus by now, if not. And I remember thinking, and I did watch the movie that came out a few years back, and I was just like, that is terrifying, because we don't want any demons in our house, let alone a Christmas demon that can like come and take you away from your family. That's just, nope. So hopefully you get tons of gifts this year and you don't get visited by this spooky Krampus. I am going to end the video right here. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday. Stay blessed. And I will hopefully see you guys before the new year. If I don't, where I am sending positive vibes and a lot of good health and luck your way to bring in the new year of 2021. Let's make this new year the best and not like this past year. Let's just go in with it with a lot of love and positivity. I hope you all enjoyed this story of the terrifying Krampus, and stay safe and make sure you have a lot of fruit. I love you all. Happy holidays.